All right, Facebook, YouTube, everybody, how we doing? My name's Joey. Most of my Facebook friends know who I am. The other day, I had to go bring my tire to Monroe because Monroe does free tire repair. I don't know if you know that or not, but Monroe does do free tire repair. Well, it took them about 45 minutes to do my tire repair, so it gave me plenty of time to sit there. And I was sitting there, and these older people coming in, they were getting their brakes changed, and they were being charged as much as $550, $600. And looking at their car doesn't have another 10 years on it. And they're sitting there trying to sell lifetime warranty, this, that, and everything else. You can bring them in, we'll change them, and so on and so forth. But you're not going to charge $600 for a pair of Duralast, okay, which is the official brakes of NASCAR. And I mean, it's the cheapest version, 25 bucks, all right. With my Uber discount, I paid about 20 bucks, and they're charging as much as almost $600. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It takes about 20 minutes to change the brake pads. Rotors, maybe like an extra 15 minutes. But today I'm going to show you guys how quick and how easy it is to change the brake pads. So I'm going to pause the video because my first step, let me put this down right here. My first step is I have to get the van lifted up. Once I get it lifted up, I'm going to put that little jack thing under there. You know, it's about 2 tons worth right there. So no matter what, even if my jack fails, it'll be supported by that. I really recommend it. And I'm going to do it step by step, but for now, I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to take that tire off, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright folks, I'm back. Sorry about this, I haven't figured out how to use this damn thing yet. Anyways, so it took me about 7 or 8 minutes. As you see, I have taken the tire off. So now, I'm going to pull it in nice and close, and I'm going to show you guys what comes next. Mine calls for a 12 millimeter, okay, so something simple. Most of us have it. All right, and we gotta take out 2 pins over here. Oh, cool, tires there. I can sit right on it. Cool. So, we're gonna look right back here. If you're gonna see, there's 1 down here, there's 2. We're gonna undo these, and then once we undo these, the caliper is gonna be able to come right off. So I'm gonna do that right now. Again, keep in mind, these industries are charging you so much money. Like this is absolutely ridiculous. I felt so bad. I'm like, if that was my grandmother, I'd feel like my grandmother was getting shamboozled, like she was getting ripped off. Like I wouldn't be happy with it, you know, because again, like these cars, you know, like you can go about 5 years, you know, honestly, on a pair of brake pads. And even if you drive excessively, I drive for Uber. You know, I'd still say you get at least 3 years out of it. So if you've got an older vehicle and they're trying to offer you like lifetime, you know, brakes and this and everything else, they know that you're only going to change your brakes maybe twice. All right, so if you're paying 20 bucks a set, okay, that's $40, all right, to get your entire car given brand new brakes. And I mean, in honesty, like it's, you know, 40 bucks. How many times do you have to spend that 40 bucks? 3, 6, 9, 12. That still doesn't equal the $500 to $600 that, you know, these places are charging. All right, so I've gotten off the 2 screws. You can't lose them. All right, here they are right here. That's it. These 2 screws do it. I'm gonna put these to the side. Now, all right, I'm gonna try to keep this right here. Where's my hand? All right, there it is. There's the caliper. All right, so I'm gonna pull this out right here. Boom. Now take the caliper, put it up top because you don't want to have to sit there and breathe your brakes because the brake line comes undone. Then you're going to get new brakes and new brake fluid and all that good stuff. I mean, definitely check your brake fluid on a regular, but make sure this is put up. Make sure this is good. Now, if you notice, the caliper right here, I have a tool for that. AutoZone gives you that for free, and it literally depresses the caliper right in, so it's flush. So when you put the brand new brakes on there, then you're good. Now check this out. These brakes, man. All right, just hit it. All right, there we go. These are friggin' thin, man. Thin. I'll show you the difference in just a minute. But you gotta pull that one off. You gotta pull this one off. I don't think these brake pads have ever been changed. All right. So, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this set up nicely. Let's see, guys. Oh, check it out. Cool. So you guys can watch me. I can do some things much quicker. All right. 2 brake pads. Okay, real skinny. Let's grab those new Duralasts, which, by the way, only cost me 20 bucks. The rears are generally more expensive than the fronts, but hey, it is what it is. He said that it didn't come with new ones, and it's got brand spanking new ones. Anyways, whatever. All right, so look it up. See the difference? Like crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're gonna take this whole thing, toss it. We don't need it. Other YouTube videos tell you how you need to save this because they don't come with the brakes, whatever. The Duralast does come with that clip, so you just take that clip. I'm gonna use a little bit of grease. I'm gonna put the grease on the inside. Okay, it's like brake grease, same difference. And I'm gonna put that on the inside. Then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put this wrong way. There's only one way to do it, to put it on, so you guys really can't mess this up. But anyways, there we go. Now that one's done. Okay, that's the one with the piece. So that's probably gonna go on the inside right there. Let's grab another one. I'm so retarded. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did the other one, and because I watched another video, which I should have just figured it out on my own, because I'm usually better at it like that. But whatever. It said that it doesn't come with the pieces, and I didn't even look in the thing to see if it came with the pieces. Forgot to put the brake cord on there. So that's a lesson for you guys. All right, make sure that goes on the inside. You know, that's the outside. That's the part that wears down. It's like this is a semi-metallic, so that's how those roll. All right, you'll see it rounds off, just like the brake pad. So you'll be able to put that on there, just like so. Okay, now this is how easy these brakes go in. Make sure there's no residue or anything. I know I just put them on the ground, but they're pretty good. All right, so we're gonna take these. Okay, we're gonna put these right back in there. This one goes on the inside. All right, I mean, you figure it out when you put them in there. But this one, okay, you'll see this piece right there. It goes on the absolute inside. So I'm gonna put that in there right there. I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add some more grease to this. Always gotta be safe, and I always try to be safe. Try to make sure things are well lubricated. All right, I'm trying to do this quick for you guys because I know nobody wants to watch a 10, 20-minute video. So, all right, that one's good. So literally, you'll see. Hold on. Let me put this down. Let me pull you over here real quick. All right, so this slides in like it is so easy. Okay, it slides in like so. I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, this guy needs to change his rotors. Yes, I do need to change my rotors, but for now, I have checked the smoothness. They are very smooth still because I didn't let the last brake pads go down to the metal, because when they go down to the metal, then they're really gonna start grating into it. All this rust and everything, that's very normal. That happens within a year of having a brand new rotor, so that's all good. So I'm gonna put that in just like so right there. Set you back down for a second. We're gonna grease up this other one. Oh, get some more of that. Grease. Now the grease does not come with the set, and then when you go to the store, they're gonna be like, oh, and they gotta throw like this little kit in there. Go to Walmart and you can get it for like $3, and you get like a big tub of it, and that'll definitely do you well. And better than $1.50 little tiny. It's like a sample packet. You might as well just give it to me. Like, come on. All right, brakes are in. Now we gotta take care of the caliper. So hold on 1 second. So this is the piece that they give you. It's really awesome. I remember one time years ago, I did it so ghetto. I actually had a pipe in the ground. It was an old pipe that was in the ground, but it was straight up, and it was the perfect size for the caliper. So I literally put the caliper on there, and I took a hammer and I had to bang it in. But after all that said and done, I had to bleed the brakes. I had to put more brake fluid in because I lost brake fluid, and that's all BS. So don't worry about all that stuff. Anyways, what am I at? Probably like 8 minutes, 9 minutes. All right, let's do this quick. I want to make sure you guys see it. Know what's going on. Okay, so this piece goes in like so, that goes in like so. You guys can see what's up. All right, and then that's it. You just hold this, you just put this in like this, and you just start making it tight. And then if you guys, I'll show you guys. You guys saw, hold on a minute, I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so if you check out see how far out the caliper is. All right, so we have to make that flush. So this little thing that AutoZone gave me is doing the trick, and it's free. You can get this for free, AutoZone. They do require a deposit, but they give you 100% refund after you do it. So let's do this. Now keep in mind, doing this video probably adds a few minutes to like how long it actually takes to do it, but that's it. just gonna sit there and turn it, and then slowly the caliper goes back into its home. You're literally just pushing all the brake fluid and everything right back in, whether it's brake fluid or air. I'm pretty sure it's brake fluid. And just push that all the way in. Just keep going until it's flush. It's otherwise obvious. The caliper just gets used to the worn-in brake pad, so that's why you have to do this. But don't feel like you have to go and actually buy this piece, because again, AutoZone does give it to you for free. Alright, that's all the way in. So now we pull this out. Okay, pull this whole thing off. Now I'm going to show you guys what the caliper should look like. Check that out. See how it's completely in now? Alright, so now, again, always keep the caliper up on something, because you don't want to break your brake lines. You don't want to have to replace those. You turned an easy project into like a Tim Allen home improvement project. You know what that means. So, now, we're going to slide these on. Now also, I have to show you guys. Right here, this part right there, okay? You actually have to manually kind of like pull it in. You see how that just went in like that? Okay, because then when you pull it in like that, then you actually can be able to slide it on right there. And then again, the one underneath, both the places where you pull the screws out of, and then you can do that too. But I'm going to use both my hands. I'm going to put you guys back down just for a moment. Sorry about the sideways video and all that. I'm not really a YouTube video kind of guy. But after seeing how much Monroe charged, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, our elders of our community are being shamboozled by these big companies, and it's not fair. All right, so that's it. So now I got my 2 screws. I want to put my 2 screws back in. If you're afraid, this has never been done ever since 2008, so it's about 8 years old. And I didn't really have a problem, but if you have like an older vehicle or like an all-terrain where you're going through mud and all that, and you're afraid that that's going to be tough getting the screws out, you can use like, you know, certain types of lubricants. They sell them, you know, they sell them in like sprays and such. But yeah, then you just put these back on like so. You can pretty much get them in there manually, and then just tighten them up with that wrench that I have that I showed you guys earlier. Okay. Now you're gonna find the other one. Easy enough. That's it. It's 2 screws, guys. It's so easy. Like, this is probably one of the easiest things to do. And then for the rotor, mine's it's not more complicated, but mine actually has screws keeping the rotor on. A lot of cars don't have those screws on it, where you can literally just tug the rotor off as soon as you take this off. You do have to take off 2 more screws to get the rest of the caliper off, to be able to pull out the rotor. But we won't get into that right now. But even so, even that, it's super easy. And I have seen charges as much as $800, including the rotors. And whenever they upsell you, so they'll be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get brand new brakes, so you might as well get brand new rotors. That's bullshit, man. These rotors are 8 years old, and I honestly think they're still fine. So, alright, so now I am going to actually, you know what? Let me grab this. I'm just gonna tighten them up real quick. So make sure you tighten them as much as you can with your finger, and then make sure everything is nice and snug. I just use an adjustable wrench. It's all good. Make sure they're just nice and snug, nice and tight. Now, there is a bolt on the inside. If it makes it a little bit difficult for you, use that adjustable wrench. Keep that bolt in place. Okay, and then just do a quick tighten. There we go. All right, that's tight. All right, pull that off. There we go. Pull that off. That's done. That's all done. Make sure you keep all your parts for your AutoZone. Otherwise, you don't get your money back, and that would really suck. Because then what are you going to do with the set? You're going to use it probably once more in your life. All right, so this is done. Rotors are on. Everything's solid. You got brand new brake pads in there. Again, I know my rotor looks rough, but you know, feeling the surface that the brake pad touches, it's still real nice and smooth. I didn't rail my brakes all the way down to the metal, which usually that's when they start grinding into the rotor. And then again, it's an upsell, so when you go to a place and do it, that's how it's going to be. Now, I could do pretty much most brake pads, all of them, for $40. So this is what I would do. If you live near me, you live in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, you're a friend of mine on Facebook, so I'm going to put this on Facebook too, and you want your brake pads done, listen, I got 2 baby boys inside, and I Uber all the time, so I got to make sure I'm 100% secure, and make sure everything is exactly how it should be. All I got to do now is put the tire back on, and then put the bolts back in, the lug nuts. And so, you know, that's it. So if you live near me and you want me to do it, you watch this video, you saw how easy it was, you understand that people really are getting ripped off at Firestone and all these other places, contact me on Facebook, or I'll leave an email contact on YouTube when I post it on YouTube. And if you live near me, I'll do it for you. I'll charge you 75 bucks. Okay? I'm going to charge you 75 bucks for labor, and then you're going to pay 40 bucks for all your brake pads. Now, I use the Duralast, which is, again, the official brakes of NASCAR. But if you guys want to use, better, better brakes, they're about 10 bucks more, 15 bucks more. Regardless, it's still not even going to cost you 200 bucks, 3, 4. Never mind the $600, the $500 and change. I was hearing quotes for this old lady's like, oh gosh, really? I felt so bad. If that was my grandma, I would be pissed. So it is what it is. You know, I understand that most mechanics charge about 100 bucks. I'm not a mechanic, but I definitely know all the basics, everything from the caliper to the rotor to the brake pads and all that good stuff. Real simple stuff. I've done this numerous times for friends, and I'll do it for you. Again, I'll charge you 75 bucks for all 4 of your brake pads. It will take me less than an hour, and 75 bucks, and then again, plus the $40 if you want to use these Duralast. And I'm going to buy them, so anybody use my Uber discount, and you guys are going to get 10% off AutoZone just like me. Anyways, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys, and this is my first do-it-yourself video, so I hope you guys like it. Just trying to be real. Thanks, guys.